So do not bring your Filipina to America. This is your final warning. I have made videos about this in the past, and I noticed that a lot of people think my Filipina is different. You don't know what you're talking about. I've seen success stories, this and that. The exceptions do not make the rule. If you have a 20-year age gap, if you are a heavy guy, if you are a 55-year-old with gray hair or no hair that's 5'5", you are still a king in the Philippines. Your weight doesn't matter, your lack of hair, your lack of height, none of that matters, and you are considered a god in the Philippines. If you bring in, $57,000 US, you are a top 1%er in the Philippines. Now, if you go to America, you need to make $800,000 annually in order to be a top 1%. So do not get it twisted and think that when your Filipina starts out earning you, or if you're a fat dude in the Philippines, that you're going to be a god in America. You're not. And when you have, the bigger the age gap, the worse, and the exceptions do not make the rule. I caution you that your value is much different in the United States. If you're a big YouTuber in the Philippines, like I see many of these guys that are currently doing this, you're not a big YouTuber in America. Your views will drop. You'll be lucky to make $30,000 to $50,000 a year in America, even if you were cracking six figures in the Philippines. People like it when you're in the Philippines. A lot of Filipinos will unsubscribe or stop watching you in America. And when your girl starts making $35 an hour at Amazon, or starts making 100 grand, or becomes a medical professional or something, she is going to realize that the dating pool is much bigger and you are no longer the best option. Women are hardwired to go with their best option. Men are wired to go with their prettiest option, and then the personality carries you through in order to get a title as a girlfriend, etc. But you are the best option generally in, Manila, or, the province or whatever. The dating pool is very slim as far as guys that actually live here that are like under 50 years old. There isn't that many people that actually can live here forever, or have that YouTube income, or have that coding job, or that remote work where they can make, a decent salary and live here. Most guys are 2-week millionaires. They come here for a month, they come here for 6 months. Their boss needs them to go home. They have a family emergency, they have children, they have a mortgage. They can maybe do 6 months here, 2 weeks here, a month here, back and forth, whatever. So you're the best option for your girl, more than likely. But in America, you are going to be far from the best option. And how it usually will start, as I stated in my previous video, is Filipina American friends. The Filipinas that I met in Las Vegas have not 1 ounce of Philippines province or Philippines value left in them. They are essentially white girls that are boss girls that are, only gonna have food and locations in common with your girl. And that's gonna bring them together, and then they're gonna go, oh, let's see a picture of your boyfriend or your husband, and they're gonna go, oh wow, honey, he's fat. You should see Chad with the Bentley, that's the owner of the company, etc. Women usually like to be with the boss, not the help. You may be the boss in the Philippines at $36,000 a year, $50,000 a year, whatever you're making, but you are certainly not the boss in the West, making 50, 60, 70, even 80 grand. You are middle class at best, especially in a major city. So you will not be the big titan of industry. Your weight will matter when she sees all the guys with 8-packs and Lambos and Ferraris and stuff. And yes, your Filipino will want to stay loyal. Many Filipinos are loyal, and this is not 100% of the time. But the chances of this going wrong are extremely high, and the chances of you getting ditched when women date and love conditionally. When I saw my buddy who ran a casino in Las Vegas get fired from his job, who was, a high-level executive in Las Vegas, his young wife immediately dumped him. When they see that you are no longer able to provide, or that you're mismanaging money, or that you're gaining weight, or they're seeing you cry, they're seeing you lose frame, they're seeing that you don't have all the answers, that you're no longer the titan of industry that can just, get comps everywhere and get tickets to the best concerts, etc. In my buddy's case, you are dropped on your head immediately by your young wife. So, you can be a big dog in Manila even, with 5 grand a month, whatever. But when the dating pool expands and they see, the boss at their company's hitting on them, or they see their options, when they no longer need you, sadly, even as good as Filipinas are, when they get that Western toxic mindset, they will realize, oh, I don't need him anymore. I now make $35 an hour. I now make $100 an hour as a nurse or whatever. So there's no longer really a need for you. I'm financially on my feet, and it will slowly happen over time. And it's always because of the Filipina friends when they start getting a job or they start hanging out in those circles of women that have been here since they're 10 years old, 15 years old, whatever. And they're completely Western boss girls. And they will realize, oh, I don't really need him anymore. He's not really that guy out here. He's let himself go. He's gained weight. He's not the titan of industry that he was, you know, in Boracay or BGC or Dumaguete or wherever you met them. So your value, you're dropping yourself from a 9 to a 6, from a 6 to a 3, whatever you are, you're much more handsome in America. And I include myself in this. At 47, as a guy who's not fat, that hasn't lost all his hair and everything, I'm much more handsome in the Philippines, even in the competitive markets of like BGC, Makati, etc. You're much more handsome, and you could really be a girl's best option as a guy that lives here permanently. If you have game and frame and, you know, you're whatever you are, you could really be a girl's best option. Now in America, are you that girl's best option, including myself? No, you're not even close. And it could take 10 years, it could take 10 days, it could take the day she gets her green card, it could take when she gets that job making, you know, 5 times in an hour what she would make in a day in Manila, etc. The minimum wage in Manila is 570 pesos. That's $10 a day. The minimum wage in Boracay is about $7 a day, 430 pesos. The McDonald's workers in LA and San Diego and stuff make $18 per hour. A Target employee that just knows how to press buttons makes $18 an hour. That's 2 days' salary. So whether your girl wants that or not, whether your Filipina is different or not, the chances of it going south are extremely high. So this is your last warning to everybody that's doing this. I'm telling you, the chances of it going wrong are more than the chances of it going right, especially if you're not America rich and you don't have, you know, $10 million in the bank. You're not making 500,000 plus a year. Once again, the top 1% in the Philippines makes 57,000 US dollars a year. A lot of us are in that tier, top 1%. In America, not a lot of us are making 800,000 US dollars a year. There was a guy I was talking to in my live chat today that I usually go live around 8 or 9 a.m. Manila time, and he was saying, I'm in my 60s, I run 4 companies, etc., etc. I'm nothing in America, and you know, you're God tier in the Philippines. So just know that and enjoy your attention here, and realize that places like Manila, it's completely developed. I mean, you can get your food delivered, you can take Grab, which is our Uber, you got skyscrapers, you got gyms in every building, you got infinity pools, you got Resorts World, you got City of Dreams, you got Okada, you got all this stuff that makes this kind of feel America-like, views like this, all this stuff. I mean, you don't really need to live in America and pay $3,000 for a shoebox. You can really live here in the Philippines and have that same level of infrastructure. There's no brownouts, there's no internet outages, the food is excellent, there's a Nobu restaurant, there's Vikings, there's Chili's, there's Pinkberry, there's, you know, Texas Roadhouse, there's Denny's, there's a million places that will make you feel right at home. Lazada deliveries come the next day, that's our Amazon. If you want Amazon products, which you want to get like your protein powders or your vitamins and stuff, you can get them here in $49 free shipping. They usually come within, it usually says 2 weeks. They'll get there within like 7 days to Manila. Manila is the first class city. It is 100 levels above Cebu. I suggest BGC for your initial landing spot if you're in America and you're a bit spoiled and you want those modern amenities for your first transition. I do not suggest Cebu. Personally, I've been there a million times. I know what I'm talking about. Makati is good as well if you want a bit more bang for your buck. Other areas of Metro Manila. But the bottom line is, do not bring your Filipina to the West. It's gambling. Unless you're that guy and you have an 8-pack and you're rich in American metrics and you have tremendous frame and you've set the ground rules, you know how to say no to your Filipina, and you have a game plan or you have no age gap, I just simply advise against it. This will be my last video about this. I hope you guys watched my previous video. It seemed to have done well, but I see a lot of people going against me and my Filipina is different and all that good stuff. Chances are your Filipina is not different. I do consultations. You can email me at jasperinthephilippines@gmail.com. I have a membership in the lives. There's a link to the membership in any of the saved lives. I do members only live streams in places like Siargao and Boracay. I have tons of members only videos, exclusive content for members. And yeah, catch the lives every day around 8 or 9 Manila time. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video up here in Manila, top of the world view. And please take my advice or you may be sorry. If you have no age gap, if you're a legit American rich metrics, okay, this does not apply to you perhaps, but I wouldn't do it. I'm 47 and I was having no trouble getting American women in their 20s 18 months ago. I wouldn't do it myself. Sana all.